What's next for Eala after 2026 Australian Open first-round exit? She's no ordinary tennis player. Eala carries the weight and the support of an entire nation with her every time she steps out on court. After a breakthrough 2025 season, the 20-year-old entered her fourth Grand Slam at the 2026 Australian Open as a bona fide top 50 player in women's tennis. But with a higher ranking comes a different kind of pressure. The competition gets tougher, the margins get thinner, and every match becomes a test not just of skill, but of consistency and composure. That challenge showed up early in Melbourne when she faced 99th-ranked American Alicia Parks. On paper, the numbers suggested Eala had the edge, and she looked every bit the favorite in the opening set. Her return game was sharp and relentless, breaking down Parks' serve to deliver a bagel. Eala won 60.6%, 20 of 33, of points on first-serve returns, while Parks struggled mightily at just 27.8%, 5 of 18, setting the tone for what seemed like a straightforward win. But as the match wore on, a familiar issue resurfaced: Eala's difficulty in protecting leads. After dominating early, she was unable to sustain the same level as Parks flipped the script behind a booming service game. The American overwhelmed Eala with pace and placement, finishing the match with 12 aces compared to just one from the Filipina. Once Parks found her rhythm on serve, Eala was often pushed into defensive positions, unable to apply the same retained pressure that defined the first set. This led to Eala's third first-round exit in a Grand Slam tournament in the form of a 6-0, 3-6, 2-6 defeat against the feisty Parks on Court 6A Melbourne Park. That swing highlighted a clear area for growth. For Eala to take the next step, her own serve has to become a more reliable weapon. Against elite and even lower-ranked opponents with big serves, she cannot afford to rely solely on her return game to control matches. Adding more bite, variety, and confidence to her serve will be crucial, especially in moments where she needs a free point to stop momentum or close-out sets. Still, the flashes of brilliance are already there. Eala proved that on a big stage when she stunned in world number 14 Clara Tauson at the 2025 US Open, a performance that showcased her ability to absorb pace, redirect rallies, and stay composed against elite competition. Matches like that are reminders that her ceiling is high. It's no longer about potential, but about producing that level over the course of an entire match. Beyond the wins and losses, Eala's impact stretches far beyond the baseline. By consistently competing on the sport's biggest stages, she has helped put the Philippines on the global tennis map, something few Filipino players before her have been able to do. Every appearance in a Grand Slam main draw, every upset, and every match reinforces a growing belief back home that Filipinos belong in world-class tennis. So if there is one thing that remains constant, Eala has the full backing of the Filipino people. It was visibly seen in her debut in the Australian Open, where Philippine flags were around the arena and the line of fans trying to watch her reach close to the Rod Laver Arena. After a stellar 2025, her name is no longer unfamiliar on the WTA Tour. Opponents are preparing for her, studying her patterns, and targeting her weaknesses. For Eala, the challenge is clear: back up that breakout year with steady improvement, put together more complete performances, and continue proving that her rise is only just beginning. And Eala's next mission to deliver pride and joy to Filipinos might just transpire in her home turf in the inaugural Philippine Women's Open. The Melbourne night did not end the way Eala had imagined it. The blue hard court, still warm from the day's sun, reflected a scoreboard that felt louder than the crowd itself. A first-round exit at the 2026 Australian Open, an early goodbye at a tournament that had once symbolized endless possibility, can feel like a door closing. But for a player like Eala, it is more often a hinge. Tennis careers are rarely written in straight lines. They are drafted in pencil, erased by injuries, redrawn by growth spurts, coaching changes, and moments of doubt that either fracture a player or quietly harden them. Eala's loss in Melbourne is not a full stop, it is a comma. The question is not whether she belongs, but how she evolves next. The quiet work after the noise. In the days following a Grand Slam defeat, the work becomes quieter. There are no packed stadiums or flashing cameras, only practice courts, notebooks, and conversations that matter. Eala's next chapter likely begins here, with honest assessment rather than reactionary panic. The first-round exit forces clarity. What broke down under pressure? Was it the second serve that sat up too politely? The forehand that sprayed when she tried to accelerate? Or was it tactical, patterns that worked on tour but unraveled against a player who absorbed pace and asked for one more ball. These questions don't demand dramatic answers, they demand disciplined ones. Eala has always been known for her intelligence on court. The next phase is about translating that intelligence into ruthlessness, learning when to construct points patiently, and when to end them without apology. Redefining the season, not the dream. One loss does not redefine a career, but it can redefine a season. After Melbourne, Eala's calendar likely shifts from headline events to targeted growth. Smaller tournaments, tougher travel, fewer comforts, but more repetitions. This is where many players discover who they are. Away from the bright lights, the tour becomes intimate and unforgiving. Matches are played in swirling wind, on courts with uneven bounces, against opponents who have nothing to lose. These are the matches that teach resilience, not reputation. For Eala, the rest of 2026 may be about stacking wins quietly, not chasing viral moments, but accumulating confidence. Tennis rewards momentum, and momentum is built match by match, not headline by headline. The physical question. Every young player eventually meets the same crossroad: talent versus durability. As the tour becomes more physical, Eala's next step may involve re-engineering her body to match her ambitions. This doesn't mean becoming someone else. It means becoming stronger in the ways her game demands: explosive movement without sacrificing fluidity, endurance without stiffness, power that doesn't steal timing. Strength training, recovery protocols, nutrition, and scheduling discipline will matter as much as forehands and backhands. In modern tennis, the body is not just a vehicle, it is a weapon. Eala's growth into a physically resilient competitor could be the difference between early exits and second-week appearances. A tactical maturity. The 2026 Australian Open loss may also accelerate Eala's tactical maturity. Early-round defeats often expose predictability. The next step is variety, not flashy variety, but